Today I'm going to wind up crafted stories of man's opinion. If you're just catching it today or you decided to open this email, go back 10. I've already spoken 10 times on this issue for 10 minutes. Yeah, that's 110 minutes or 100 minutes, 110 because this is the last one. And I want to just say these words to you to help you launch, because we have you ready to be repositioned, sailing out of rough waters, getting into a harbor, getting repositioned, getting your pearl and your diamond of ministry, putting a new setting. You just got to remember a couple of things. Love has to start working out of you to break forth and break up the bitterness. Every time that bitter thought comes, love has to work. But just put this in your mind. Everybody who would bring forth their rendition of acts of days gone by to hide themselves in those stories that are manufactured from scattered threads of truth. In other words, there's all kinds of people who would just get in a story and live there because that's what they want to do. So where do we go from here? Well, from now on out, and I've been doing this for some time, I'm being careful that I do not weave stories of men to harm another. Not to make commentary, not to talk, not to add what I know, and only talk up. If you're one of my elders, you know that I come to you frequently. If you're one of the bishops that we work with, I come to you about things that talk to you about. But my heart is today to tell you, you are to love, and love without commentary. You don't want to sow into the fictitious ground of man's opinion, because when you release what you know, what if it's not accurate? Oh, I got this from a very good source. What if that source is telling what Oprah calls your truth? There is none your truth. If it happened to somebody else, they have a God in heaven that will balance out the future and make the right story. And when your story is told, wow, what a story. When God has cleared you, when He's resurrected you by His power, when He's brought you into a new front and a new place, you're going to grow, and the animals that want to paw and scrape at your future cannot bite that green because it's protected and it's going to grow. So I celebrate you today. I want you to live in today. Live in today. You say, well, that's not, live in today. Every time, bite your tongue, knock it out of your brain, cover your mind, live in the horizon that God has painted. What does God say about it? Do you love God? Well, then He loves you more than you love Him. And He loves you when even you say you don't. David said, if you go back to Psalms 55, like we started out with, I don't think you're listening, God. And all of us have been there. But we need to live in the joy of knowing that each time obscurity hides the rays of reflection from His throne upon you, He will reset you for the maximum exposure of His ability to bring forth glory out of tragedy. Now, He has maximum ability to give you maximum exposure, to bring your name upon the lips of those that are going to bless Him through you. Today, your name can be brought up. Pray that prayer. Father, bring my name upon the lips of those that are going to bless. Cause those to do for me what they normally would not do. I want a victory today. Give me the maximum exposure up to your ability to bring glory out of any wrongdoing or tragedy. And there's a lot of people who are looking to you, the light that God has shined upon you. Don't get caught up in the umbrellas. Don't get caught up on the people trying to take away His light. Don't get caught up in those things that have dulled His light. Just let Him cut a new facet. Let Him set your sails. And all of a sudden, you'll see Him shining through. And people, should their gaze be blinded by the words of crafted history, then God will clear their path that they might see. Because, see, you're the one that is exposing the importance you portray to it. Oh, that's a story of long ago. You don't have time to hear it, and there's no point of us to go there. That's the importance you should put on it. If you've done what you should, and if God brought it out, and they don't know the victory, then perhaps you should go on and glorify the Lord. Because anybody seeking to pull you down into a rabbit trail is seeking to do harm to you. They're not helping you. So if their gaze is blinded by the words of crafted history, then God will clear their path that they can see whether to trust you or not, to love you or not, to be a part of you. And should they decide no more to reside with you, then go your way. Go forward. Don't go backward. Just go on. Now, I'm not speaking to this of anything that I know right now. I don't know anything about anything that I would be thinking of right now. This is just a matter of principle and not of incidents. So if you think that I'm speaking directly to you, it's because God has given you wisdom. Because the wisdom of the Lord is upon me to give you good thoughts. And the principle should provide you foundation for standing on when matters arise. This is a strong thing to think about. Because remember, the Lord asked me, of what importance shall you give it? And my prayer back to him was, Lord, I want to only give it the importance you would give it. So whatever you lead in that, and the Lord is not leading you into a rabbit hole of depression. He is leading you into a horizon that only he can plant and paint. And today is the blessing that is going to come on. Live in the horizon, live in the joy, live in what's going to happen today, and stand on the principle so that you can walk away from matters. I just want to say one word about lost friends. I lost a lot of friends during times, some of it my own doing, some of it because of my actions, and some of it because of theirs. So there was a time in my heart recently that I was praying, and I said to the Lord, Lord, would you make this right between me and so and so? And the Lord said to me just as clear as day, I see things. I'm not ashamed of that. It's how I make my living. It's how I do what I do. He said, grieve not over lost friends. Who is a friend? Well, a friend is one who listens to others without consulting you for clarification. Is that who that friend is? They're not your friend. They may be an acquaintance. They may be somebody that you co-labored with. But no friend would listen to others without consulting you for clarification or for exposing them for being gossips. This again is a principle, not reflective of any current matters of sort. In fact, I love being the president of the Independent Christian Churches International. We just don't have any fussing going on. We don't have any politics because there's no voting. We have a peaceful life. So it's not reflective on anything. But shouldn't a friend seek to know your heart on matters pertaining to you? Who can know the full stories of the lives of men and women and you and me, and save the Lord who sees all and knows? So right now, I'm commanding a new morning to break for you. It may be midnight when you're hearing this. It might be the worst storm you've ever been in. But I'm commanding a new morning to break so that his new day breaks for you. I want you to be at peace. Just listen to the birds who happily go about every day seeking the provision of the Lord. I got a nest of redbirds come into my place. It is the most joyful thing. I've been watching the blue jays chase them away. Reminds me of some folks, and I have to get my mind off of that. They're trying to take away their position because they found food. But you know what the redbird does? He just sits there patiently. The blue jay goes away, and when the blue jay is full, the redbird brings his family, and they seek food. Look, God's going to bless you. He's going to bring you continual provision, continual supply. That wind is going to stay right under you. It's going to keep blowing towards you to blow you to a safe harbor. And if you need retooling, rebuilding, re-strengthening, go to ministrylaunch.com. Let us help you. Let us do what we can. Ministrylaunch.com. Don't care how the minds of men portray, for God will continue to gather to you who will care for you and who will be cared by you. And he gives you peace today. I call that peace upon you. So just cast away the crafted stories of man opinion. All those crafted histories do nothing but harm. Make your future your history in the name of Jesus. God bless you. I will see you next time on Take 10.